Hello there, welcome to the Tournament Center. Marshall Sutcliffe with Randy Buehler, and we're ready to watch a little draft from Reid Duke. Now let's take a look at the table so we can get a picture for how the table was set up, who was sitting around Reid, and who was passing to and from him. We'll take a look at that here. And as you can see, Reid Duke is on the top here. He was surrounded by Christian Calcano and Jacob Wilson. By the way, nice pod.
Pod won at the Pro Tour.
Yeah, they all float to the top, it seems.
Absolutely.
So we're going to be focusing in on Reid Duke here, who's going to be passed to by Christian Calcano in the first and third packs, and then Jacob in the second pack. So let's get into it and see what fell in Reid's hands here. So here's Reid down in the corner, and you can see his opening pack down here. Now, that's a Barrage Tyrant, Randy.
Wow.
And that's a nice thing to open up.
Yeah,
that
we're
puts
done,
you.
right?
Yeah, I think we're done there.
Unless there's a foil rare in the pack.
Right.
I don't think there's a non-rare I would take over Barrage Tyrant.
Yeah, it puts you into multiple different formats that are very good.
Yeah. It's a great rare to start with. It's does make him want to be devoid. Obviously, you can sacrifice colorless creatures, so he wants to be one of the void colors.
Yeah.
There's plenty to choose from, so great place to start a draft. I like it. And he's got to be happy with that first pick.
Yeah, I think that he can go a couple different directions. I think that red-blue is the preferred way to go here, but red-black is totally on the table as well. So he gets to kind of feel out this next pack and see what comes to him. So let's see what he gets here. Well, there's a Catacomb Sifter. Now, that's not
red, though.
quite what he wants here, but it's a good card.
It is.
Now, what else does he have? That is a
Invoker in red.
Stone Fury behind it.
Dominator Drone if he wants to go colorless. I might be looking at the Dominator Drone here. I mean, Stone Fury makes sense, or Invoker, in order to try to cement yourself in red. But
I don't mind Dominator Drone either, though it is interesting that both of these two cards are roughly on the same power level and still in red, though they're not quite as synergistic.
Exactly. And so he looks like he's going to stick to red, which makes sense. I mean, I can imagine either one makes sense. You can go the synergy pick or the stick to my color and try to cut it off a little bit.
Yeah, I know you love the red-black deck. Would you?
I do.
Lean towards Dominator Drone there?
I would have picked Dominator Drone.
Yeah, I think it's close. All right, this one, he's got a Spell Shrivel up there, a Crumble to Dust. Well, now there's a Brutal Expulsion.
Wow.
Now that's interesting because, of course, that's in one of his possible color pairs, and it's a pretty powerful rare as well.
And you've been past it third pick.
And he's third pick, so maybe that just tells him I should be in blue-red here.
I think I'd definitely take Brutal Expulsion out
I mean,
of
is there really anything competing otherwise?
No,
Incubator Drone, is you'd rather have the Expulsion?
I mean, the Skyrider Elf is good in Converge deck, but that's not what he's drafting. He wants to be in a Devoid deck. Brutal Expulsion, it doesn't have any particular synergy with Barrage Tyrant, but they both have synergy with a bunch of other stuff that can be going on.
Yeah, I like that pickup, and it is a reasonable signal that he's on the right path here.
Yup.
All right, let's see what he gets out of this pack.
Spawning Bed gets shuffled to the front.
There's a Kozilek Sentinel. Which, you know, it has never blown me away, but it's a 2-drop that's colorless and is serviceable, and that's enough right there.
Right, its raw power level isn't through the roof. It's defensive when red often prefers to be aggressive. But it's a 2-drop in a format that's light on 2-drops, and it's a 2-drop that's going to have synergy with whatever Devoids you wind up with.
Yeah, I like that pickup there for Reid. I think things are going pretty well for him so far.
I agree.
He's got a removal spell. He's got a, bomby-ish creature.
What do we got out of this?
Oh, there's a Mist Intruder. That's probably the pick here, right? Maybe Tightening Coils, though that tends to go better in a blue-white strategy.
I would Mist Intruder. I mean, he wants to be blue-red, and it's not like he has the ingest process thing set up, but it gives him the ability to draft his way into it, right? You're not investing a ton in this Mist Intruder. It's not like you're second picking it, right? You're getting it at a reasonable price, and it gives you the ability to draft any of those processors that happen to come along later.
Yeah, and it is the second best enabler for that.
It is.
For getting ingest going as well.
Second
Infiltrator is the other.
I'm a big Sludge Crawler fan myself. But
fair. Fair enough.
This has got to be second Mist Intruder.
I think so. I mean, if you just picked it there. It also just sets him up, like you said. It's easy. Like, these are the harder things to get, are the good ingest enablers.
Right. The processors flowed because people are like, I don't have any ingest
yet. I can't do it. My Merc Strider doesn't return a creature to its owner's hand. It's not that exciting, but now he can kind of set himself up for the next packs. And we're kind of winding down this one, and he picks up, well, doesn't look like much here. Maybe the land, a Cataract.
Yeah, I mean,
there's just really nothing on color for him here.
There's green cards, of course. People still don't love green.
And Hedron Blade's really not exciting.
Cataract's perfectly fine card.
That's good. That's a fine pickup here.
Happy to have a Blighted Cataract in my deck.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was thinking at all about black, that Bone Splinters might be useful, but it's not.
That's true.
I mean, that's maybe the best raw power level card in
Oh,
the
yeah.
pack, but he's not black, so whatever. Blighted Cataract seems like the right pick.
There's another Stone Fury.
Boiling Earth for the sideboard.
Yeah, Boiling
Oh,
Earth.
Stone Fury. Stone Fury's better than Boiling Earth. I didn't see the Stone
That would
Fury.
be his second one, but that's fine. Pick up 2 of them is fine.
Yeah, I think that's an easy Stone Fury.
Yeah. Now this is
I like where this deck is at.
this is really interesting. So what I did is I snuck over and did a little
Okay.
research here. Now I try not to pay too much attention to what Reid was actually doing.
You want to call it live?
Yeah, because I like calling it live. But I did pay a lot of attention to what his neighbors were up to.
Aha! So Jacob on one side and Calcano
Yeah,
on the other?
especially with Calcano, because that's who he was passing to. That's his
Right.
most important. That's the one he has to pay attention to the most.
Right.
And you know what's
That's
hilarious?
a nice Oracle of Dust.
Oh yeah, that is a good pickup. You know what's hilarious? Calcano's in red.
What?
Yeah, but he's not in colorless red. Calcano got
he
a
got the
second
landfall pack?
pick, Rolling Thunder, in this draft.
Wow!
Yeah, Sperling shipped him a Rolling
What
Thunder.
did he take over it?
Sperling took complete disregard over
He took complete disregard over
That's what it
Rolling
said on the
Thunder?
sheet. Okay, look, I was surprised just like you were. I looked at it, I thought, all right. I looked at it again. It still
Wow.
said complete disregard. Now this pack's just winding down. But
Okay.
so Calcano's like, takes it. But then he's kind of going for the like Ondu champions and Fire Mantle mages.
Yeah, I mean, you can build a good aggro,
Yeah.
landfall deck. You can build an allies deck.
It's one of the beautiful things about a format like this that gets sort of segmented off, right?
Okay.
Which is that they can both be in red and just not be fighting for the same cards very often.
We see Reid's pool here.
Yeah,
a couple
so-
late Scour from Existence, which he might play, although with a couple Stone Furies, you're a little less likely to do that, I think. I'm surprised the late Stone Fury came through then if Calcano is red.
I actually am too, yeah.
I mean, look, this deck isn't done, right? It doesn't have a ton of top end. But it's got one bomb in the form of the Barrage Tyrant, and Brutal Expulsion is plenty good as well. But then he's got the 2-drops, which are actually the hard thing. He's kind of missing the core of the
easy
mana
stuff
curve.
to get,
Where are my
right?
3 and 4-drop
Yeah.
creatures, right? There's neither a 3-drop or a 4-drop creature in this deck.
Yeah,
yet.
because when you draft this format, you'll note that a lot of
That's where you're
times it's
flooded.
very big
Yeah.
on your part of your curve.
7 3-drops. I don't want another 3-drop. Everything is.
But he's got plenty of time. We're just heading into
Yeah.
pack 2 here, so let's see what Reid picks up.
Yeah, I'd be happy if I was Reid. He's got the hard parts. He just needs the easy
Now,
stuff.
I'm not going to
now.
lie. I did see a couple of these picks here. I couldn't help myself.
All right.
But
So
I think you'll be happy with them.
Vile Aggregate. Jeez.
It's one of Randy's favorites. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it is one of the best
Yeah.
uncommons in the set.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Now, for Rolling Thunder might be better. It probably is better. Maybe. I've heard some people prefer Vile Aggregate even over Rolling Thunder. But whatever. Yeah, you're delighted. You're already in red. He's, in fact, already in the devoid side of red.
Yes.
And now here's Vile Aggregate.
Yeah, this is just like the perfect card for him to open here
It is.
outside
It
of
is
a bomb
absolutely
and
perfect.
just put it in your deck.
He can even take advantage of that star 5 by throwing it for star with the Barrage
Yes,
Tyrant.
that's a great point, and that is a lot too. That adds up really quickly. So great pickup here for Reid with the Vile Aggregate. Gets a little better too.
This is where you got to just focus on the thing. Don't think, Touch of the Void
Touch
second.
of the Void second.
He gets past Touch of the Void. Yeah, this is the part where, there's a Brood Butcher. It's for somebody. Although I think that floated a little bit. We saw it go through.
Yeah.
Saw it go through Paolo's hands.
And we
still
see that
nobody
with
had
these
it.
gold cards. I mean, unless you can splash it or you're specifically in black-green, Brood Butcher's just going to kind of float around the table.
I find it's the green-black ones that float the longest. There's always like a Catacomb Sifter that somebody speculates on 4th or 5th and then doesn't end up going
Which, by the
into.
way, there is one of those in the draft. We saw a Catacomb Sifter go through Reid's pile, so maybe somebody gets Brood Butcher.
This is an easy Touch of the Void. This deck is in great shape. Now, you have to focus on the deck, right?
Yeah.
Don't think about, oh my God, if I 3-0 this pod, I'm king of the hill and I'm like a win or 2 from top 8. You got to keep those thoughts out at this point. It's hard, but those are the things you
It
have
gets
to
a little
not
harder right
think
here.
about.
This is a
What's coming?
Just wait for the end.
What are you doing to me, Marshall?
Nettle Drone.
Nettle Drone.
Yeah.
So let's see. We said he had a great devoid red deck going, but he just needed 3 drops.
Vile
That was
Aggregate,
the story.
Touch of the Void, Nettle Drone. Yeah, I think it was at this point that I started looking at Calcano's file again. Okay, Reid's doing okay.
So what's Jacob drafting and feeding him? Not red.
I don't know.
obviously.
I didn't look at Jacob's,
Okay.
so I don't know what he's on.
Yeah, this is.
But he's not in red.
Clearly.
This much I am willing to guess.
Now what? Imperious
that.
Shepherd pretty late.
Yeah, Foil Emiria Shepherd comes up here. And that's an interesting one because look at the rest of the
There's
pack.
nothing. There's
Shrug
no-
City, right? There's just nothing here for him.
Yeah, he might be getting cut on blue. He hasn't really seen a blue card yet. I might just kill the Emiria Shepherd, stick it in my sideboard.
Now, I have a question. Are you speculating on it at all? Like, let's say you take it here. Are you, like, thinking back, he's got a couple of Misintruders, a Brutal Expulsion.
Oh, I guess you're saying he's not wedded to blue?
I don't know. I mean, you don't want to be a colorless red and then random stuff white deck.
No,
There's not a lot
you
of
don't.
synergy there,
That's
but
right.
Emiria Shepherd's one of the better cards in the set.
Yeah, you just stick it in your sideboard. I mean, sure, I guess you're speculating, but I mean, you're always speculating. Yeah, the white is open, isn't it?
White is open. Yeah, core Blade Whirl here is definitely a sign.
Right. I might just take Skyline Cascade, though. It's a good tempo play.
It's also the only real option for him.
Right.
In
He
his
is
colors.
being cut on blue, but the thing is, he was clearly not being cut on blue in the first pack. Like, if I'm Reid, I'm confident I'm going to get past blue cards in pack 3.
Agreed.
I don't need to get out of blue. Fine. They passed me enough red cards. I'm happy with this pack, even if it's dry the rest of the way.
Yeah.
I'm going to get blue in the last pack.
There's
Resolute
a-
Blade Master, hilarious.
Yeah. So, I mean, it looks like the red-white deck is there, but again, there's just
I don't
this
wanna
nice
be
little
red,
card
white
here.
allies. Yeah, you take Pilgrim's Eye.
Yeah, you just take a Pilgrim's
Totally
Eye and
take
go.
Pilgrim's Eye.
Yeah. I mean, I'm starting to think, I can't lie, in my head, I'm starting to go like, all right, Resolute Blade Master, Shepherd of Emiria, let's get rid of these Misintruders.
No
but,
way. You want
look,
all the Devoid
Look,
synergies.
I'm just being honest, Randy.
Okay,
I get a little
Sentinel,
greedy sometimes, and I think,
Drone, Barrage Tyrant, stick to the plan.
well, those are all still in, though, in my deck.
Mist Intruders colorless. Skyline Cascade again.
Yeah,
I think that's better than
yeah.
Retreat.
It's dried up a little bit on Reid here. It started off with a big bang, but this pack looks like it's starting to fizzle a little bit for him here, though. But again, this is only pack 2.
Yeah, you can Sure Strike is a fine combat trick. I like
Sure.
Sure Strike a lot.
Nothing wrong with that card. Yeah, Reid's
I just
working
wish
his
it was
way through.
colorless.
This is not. You just wish it was colorless.
Yeah. Anticipate is a reasonable play. It's so hard to come with good 2-drops that Anticipate just kind of climbs a little higher than it was last
It
time around
does,
in the
you
pick
know.
order.
Yeah, before
That's where
when it
he
was in
goes.
Dragons, you'd see it occasionally make it somebody's deck, but they were never
Right.
real happy about
Right.
it. It was 23rd, 24th card.
Yeah, you
type
needed
thing.
to be impacting the board on turn 2 in that format, and you
Right.
don't have to impact the board
No.
here.
No,
It's
you can
nice
search
if you
around.
can, but it's not a requirement. It's
And here's the
reasonably
Spell
late
Shrivel.
Spell Shrivel.
Sure,
yeah.
that's pretty
I think
good.
that's better than Waveling
Yeah,
Elemental
totally
here.
playable card. It's acted enough as a hard counter in the format that
Right.
sure, play it for 3.
Yeah, it's hard for your opponent to play around it, and it'll trigger Devoid stuff. It'll
Yeah.
untap a Nettle Drone.
Good at nabbing a.
The Brood Butcher's still in the pack?
Yeah, so
Put
nobody-
that in your sideboard.
Yeah.
Make sure nobody else moved in.
It looks like
You don't-
nobody picked up on the green black.
Wow, he's going to Belligerent Whiptail just to make sure he's got enough playables. I guess. It's been a little dry here. He might be short playables. I guess Belligerent Whiptail's fine there.
Yeah,
And there's nobody long wheels a Brood Butcher, right?
I
Like
don't
the fear is
think
that somebody
so.
like last
Not
minute
out of
switched
that
into green
pack.
black, and then they're gonna
right,
get
and you're
this
just
late
hooking
present,
them up with
but-
the third to last pick or whatever.
Yeah, but then nobody passes it the first time if they're green black.
Right. The truth is that Reid's hoping not to have to play Belligerent Whiptail. But
Agreed.
let's just
Right,
say
right.
disaster strikes and the third pack just brings him nothing.
Right.
Right. Hey,
Now he's got
those
an
will make the
option.
cut. Yeah.
It's
So
better than
It's basically an
land 20
insurance
or
policy.
Land 19.
Yeah. All right, so now we get a
Deck's
chance
still
to take
great,
a look.
right?
His deck's looking
We
very
added
good.
Vile Aggregate, Nettle Drone, Touch of the Void,
Yeah, this is one of those.
Pilgrim's Eye, Anticipate.
Yeah, this is one of those drafts where he's like
Spell
he's
Shrivel.
hitting the things he needs to hit at the time he needs to hit
Oh,
them in
yeah.
the pack, and he's right on track to have a very good deck.
Like there are no holes in this deck.
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet? I mean he's done. Like he just needs playables.
Well, I think he's just not quite there on playables. But if he has a pack of average of the same average of the first two, I think his deck is very good.
right, but he just needs anything serviceable to
Yep.
like get it to 20, probably 23. That's
Yeah, he's
only a
probably
17
at
lander.
15, 17,
I
something
mean, you
like
could play
that.
18 with a Scour of the Existence, and like I'm not even sure things can go badly from here.
Yeah, he's got about 18 playables with the Belligerent Whiptail, so he needs to pick up not
He
that
would-
many.
yeah, right.
Probably
He just wants-
6 or 7 good cards out of
He
this
wants
pack. and he's
colorless
set.
creatures that have synergy with the Barrage Tyrant
Yeah.
and the Nettle Drone. He wants and the Sentinel. Although that one's not that big a deal.
I mean, opening a bomb wouldn't be bad either, right?
We'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get greedy.
But it's true because he's kind of just free rolling on that.
What is that? Is that Radiant Flames?
It's another Vile Aggregate.
What? Bye-bye Radiant Flames. And there's a Nettle Drone.
Jeez, there's a Nettle Drone in there too.
Wow, the red in this pack is nuts. I mean, it's an
But
easy
Vile
Vile
Aggregate
for
number
Reid.
2, yeah, it's just not close.
Right. And now I really want to get the Belligerent Whiptails out of my deck and
yes.
upgrade them to anything devoid.
Yeah, Radiant Flames is a fine card, but Vile Aggregate just asks so little of you in this deck and gives you so much back. Where Radiant Flames is a little trickier to set up, it might have a nice high side on it, but Vile Aggregate, not close, as we say in the business.
Not close.
And, I think Reid was just taking some time to study that pack. So he knew what he was taking right away. And it was the Vile Aggregate the whole way.
It must be nice to be Reid Duke right now.
Hey, looking pretty good. There's a Shatter Skull recruit for
Yeah,
Reid.
but-
And a
Turn
turn
Against.
against.
Turn against.
Now here's an Exert Influence, though. He's really just
he's
two
only
colors.
2 color.
Yeah.
I would take Turn Against over Exert Influence. Like if I was
Easy.
3 color, Exert Influence is probably better.
It
There's a
starts to
Tide
creep
color.
up.
Whoever the Blue-White Flyers guy is going to be happy to get that Tide color floating around the table.
Sure.
I mean, Turn Against, look, the worst case scenario is it's a threaten. All right?
Yeah.
You steal their biggest blocker and attack them with it and break through a stalemate. But if you can manage to do it, it's an instant, right? This effect hasn't really existed at instant speed in a while. You know,
I think it was New Phyrexia last time we had it.
yeah, there was the one that was Phyrexian mana. You pay 4 life and do it in any deck. But I mean, before that, you got to go back to when it was a blue effect in the 90s, Ray of Command. Like being able to, in the middle of combat, if they attack into you and you can steal something and just collide 2 of their creatures into each other, that's the dream.
Ooh, there's an Eldrazi Sky Spawner.
Sure.
I was pretty happy just to see the Kozilek Sentinel, but the Sky Spawner is a definite step up from that.
Eldrazi, so this is 4th pick, right? This is the consensus best common in the set.
Ta-da!
Not that the commons are great in this set. I mean, I actually really like the way that most of the really good cards are at uncommon and rare. It gives you more diversity of gameplay. Like, I like the way they developed it so that none of the commons are, oh my god, I must draft this picks. But yeah, Sky Spawner is probably the best common.
It's great.
And he got a
fits
4th pick.
perfectly into his deck,
It's devoid. It's in his colors.
too. Yeah, so
Another Sentinel is going to keep coming.
there's an Incubator Drone, which is nice.
Interesting,
Oh,
yeah.
a Blight Herder. Huh. So that's an easy pick here, I
Yeah, I
think.
think it's
But
Blight
it
Herder.
is curious to say, because we know that he has 2 Mist Intruders.
Yeah, he's
got a Touch of the Void.
Like, even at 5 mana, 4/5, it might be the pick here. He's already got his 2-drop kind of filled out, and he wants some sort of a little bit beefier and devoid, obviously.
And then occasionally.
But with 2 Mist Intruders, he's probably going to be able to process it from time to time. So that's...
Nice pickup. Yeah, Reid Duke is looking really good here. There's another Pilgrim's Eye. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a Pilgrim's Eye. There's nothing else for him.
Yeah, that's his second one.
I mean, I don't know if you play both. Depends on the curve. They're good, but they're not...
It's colorless.
Right. It's a colorless, but it's a 1/1.
It's a one.
But it flies.
But it flies. It fixes your mana.
Right.
I would probably end up playing both.
I think it just depends. Lay the deck
Yeah.
out and like look at the curve. And,
Yeah. Exert Influence is interesting too. He didn't take it, and I wouldn't assume that it would come back.
Right. But now the
with
Pilgrim's
2
Eye,
Pilgrim's Eye,
you splash 1 basic of
it
a 3rd color.
starts
Absolutely.
to get really easy. Yeah, to make that steal a 3.
Sure, Stone
3
Fury
power
or
creature.
Channeler. I think
Oh,
I would Channeler here. Right? I think I'd Channeler over Stone
I think
Fury.
I would
It's
too.
tough.
He's got 2 Stone Fury already.
Right, exactly.
And he's got a Touch of the Void, though. That being said, besides like Barrage Tyrant, he doesn't have a lot of other ways, like no Clutch of Currents. In his blue deck here.
The top end of his creature curve isn't much. So I would have Channeler there, but
I
the
think
Stone
I like
Fury
Channeler a little better. Like the third
but only
Stone Fury-
situationally, right? Stone Fury is
Yes.
probably a better card objectively.
Close.
Stone Fury number 3, maybe not, but
Right. That's got to be I think that's a close pick.
yeah, there's a Slide Runner, which I don't really want to play Slide Runner in this
No,
deck.
I don't think we're going to play either of these.
you might.
Salvage
Salvage
Drone is pretty
Drone.
shrug worthy here too.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be hurting for playables. I would probably
Give me some
take...
Ruination Guides. Then I'm in on a Salvage
Right.
Drone or 2, but
Right.
it takes that to get there.
He took this, and they're not coming at this point.
Yeah.
So he took the Nettles. I mean, the Landfall guy.
Another Anticipate. Though I have to say his curve actually already looks pretty good. He's got multiple Kozilek Sentinels. He's already got an Anticipate. I think he's going to be able to do a fine job of curving out here.
Man,
but
this-
sure, pick up another Anticipate.
This deck's
great.
absurd.
It's great.
I mean,
Yeah.
he gets like the trivial A for drafting his seat because he's
Yeah.
just like, take the best card out of the first pack, get past it, get past a gold card that overlaps, take that. Those were the 2 open colors, right?
And then it's like Vile Aggregates are just being thrown at him left
right.
and right.
I mean,
yeah.
it's almost like the grade for drafting the seat was not a very high degree of difficulty on drafting the seat. It's not trivial, but the deck though, is this? I mean, it's at least an A.
I think it's an A. It's like an A minus for me.
It's not an A plus.
No, not quite.
It's close.
Yeah, I mean, like, give me.
I don't think it's an A
I need a
minus.
Rolling Thunder, another bomb. Like, there are those drafts that just like Brutal Expulsion. I like.
Yeah.
don't love. You know, it's
right.
not the
and
kind of
Stone
card
Fury
where
number 3 is not perfect.
it's not great. Like his removal's a little slow, but whatever.
Whatever.
We're
It's
just
like a 9 out of
nitpicking.
10.
It's a 9 out of 10.
It's a 9
the
out of
deck
10.
is absolutely great.
Yes.
I'm sure that Reid is thrilled with it. Like you said, he drafted his seat well,
Delighted.
and he got hooked up, and he just said, hey, this is one of those times where I got in my lane, and my lane's the one that was open, and he is going to be absolutely thrilled when he goes to build this deck and put himself in a really good spot to make a run here as well, since he's got such a good record coming in. We see him kind of finish up his draft here with his last few picks. That was a kite scale scout to end things. So yeah, I agree with you, Randy. I think this is a 9 out of 10, a great draft and a great situation for Reid Duke to find himself in. That's going to do it for this draft viewer, though, here from the Tournament Center.